Okay. Logan?
Got it.
Anybody else? Just two? Alright, ready to sing? And with loud, obnoxious voices. Ready? Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, boys above us!
Lucas, get up.
Happy birthday to you! For those of you who don't know why we make such a huge deal out of birthdays, is because my daughter Lauren will never get to have another birthday. So I'm very excited whenever someone has a birthday because you guys deserve it. I'm glad that you're here for another year. Okay? That's why. So now we need to know who graduated this year.
Wait one.
Oh,
Dude, we did this last time. Okay, what?
What about standing up again because nobody else stood up with you? Stand up. Stand up. Courtney, Damien, the ladies, you are not graduated. Anybody else? Chase. All right. So we're gonna sing. What are we gonna sing for graduation? Happy graduation to you. Happy graduation to you. Happy graduation to you. Happy graduation, brothers. Happy graduation to you.
I can't believe you did it.
I am very, very, very proud of each of you that made it that far. So,
Hey, what about our seniors?
you can.
No.
We're not singing anymore, okay? Alright, next, for the embarrassing things, we have newbie time. Who has never been here before? This is your first time.
Shannon! Our newbie's not in here right now. We don't know where he went.
Well, we'll meet him later.
Hey, he walked
If
around
this is
with
your first time, come on up. Please. Wow.
No, sit.
Brandon, I didn't think I had seen you before. I just remember that kid here. Looks
So
like we
easy,
have a new
Brad.
newbie today. All right, everybody be quiet. This is important stuff. Hold on. Hey, we gotta find. What's your name, sweetheart? Kylie? Kylie! And where are you going? What grade are you in? Are you single or dating? Kylie, single, boys! Woo! Yeah! And I already know, like I said, this is Thomas, right? What's your last name? Yeah? Where do you go to school? Sheridan Heights? What grade are you in?
You can turn him on.
Thomas in 10th grade at Sheridan. Are you single? He's not single, sorry ladies. Let's hear it for Thomas. He belongs with Kate, we're sorry.
Who would date that?
And last but not least, we have, this is Lala
Dorsey.
Dorothy?
Dorsey.
Dorsey.
Same as Amanda.
Oh, Lala Dorsey. We're gonna, I know, isn't that adorable?
What is it?
She came with Amanda. That's Amanda's grandma, guys. Give her a hand. That's all the embarrassment I'll put you through, okay?
Still gotta find one more.
Yeah. Are they back? Yeah, try to look pretty for a minute. Entertain them. I'll be back. I'll be back in 1 second, guys. My dad has something important to say to you.
Hi.
She has to open the door, let somebody in the house. I don't really have anything to say, except it's good to see everybody again.
Where's Red?
Well,
Where's Red?
we've been trying to call him all day, I don't know what's going
He
on.
said something about having a lot to do.
He might be late, I don't know, we'll see what happens. How's everybody been?
I'm working.
Glad you got to school?
I work all the time. So it's
Summer vacation, right? Where's everybody else supposed to be here?
Party.
no sleeping.
Where I'm supposed to be in my bed.
There's a few more maybe than was the last time, we had last time too. It's good to have everybody here though.
So nice to take care of her too.
I motivated him.
I saw it, yeah. She told me. You guys, yeah, Caitlin just had an emergency, so we need to remember her in prayer. Her grandpa just fell off the roof. Uh-oh.
last spring.
Your friend's sister's friend?
Yeah. Friend of a
Okay, what's her
friend.
name?
I don't know.
Okay. Yes, Trace.
A family friend of mine's, well, my sister's friend's mom died on Sunday of a heart attack.
Oh my goodness. Wow, you have a lot to pray for. Okay, so if you guys wouldn't mind, I'm going to say a quick prayer for these situations. Dear Lord, thank you for being with us here tonight. God, we just come to you on behalf of all these prayer requests, Lord. You know the situation with Caitlin's grandpa. Lord, we just ask that you would put your hand on him, Lord, and let him be okay. Just help them not to be scared. Help them to know that you have everything under control. And Lord, we pray for these other two families that have been mentioned that have lost a loved one. And Lord, I know personally how hard it is. We just pray that you would comfort them in their time of loss right now. Be with us tonight as we go through the rest of this meeting, Lord. Help it to be fun, but help the kids to learn what they need to learn. We thank you and praise you. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, back to the drama. Okay, bracelets. We do have, is Layla Gaffney here tonight? No. Did Hunter come back? Hunter did not. Hunter Carnes. She was here, but she left. She left. I know she said she was going to try to come back. But Courtney is here. Courtney Perone. Come forward, please.
I get mine next month. Awesome.
Courtney is being awarded the highest honor that we give here at and it is the bracelet, which means that she has come at least 5 times and done 5 challenges, so give her a hand. If you too would like to have these fabulous Rise Above bracelets that you cannot buy in any store or even here, you can only earn one. 5 meetings, 5 challenges. Okay? So it's really important that if you did the challenge, you write it down because that's how it gets tallied. Okay? If you do the challenge and you don't write down that you did the challenge, you don't get credit for it and therefore you never earn your bracelet. Okay? And I know we all want one of these bracelets because you want to be like me, right? Okay. So how many of you guys did your challenge last month anyways? All right, give yourselves a hand. Good stuff. I'm not giving out prizes this week, I told you. Sometimes you get a prize, sometimes you don't. You just never know. Okay? But last month's challenge was, how many of you guys remember who even taught last month? Who? My dad, that's right. He taught last month. So we learned, all y'all people, we learned last month how to make a daily choice to have good character and how it can affect other people in ways that we might not realize. Honesty, integrity, and kindness always make a lasting impression on others. Our challenge was to find as many ways possible to do small things to reach out to others who are in help or in need of a friend. No matter how small, find ways to help, encourage, and be a friend to someone. And you had an entire month to do that challenge. So if you didn't do it, shame on you. And if you did, good for you. And if you didn't, you have a chance to do this month's challenge and get credit for it too. It's not just about earning a bracelet, it's about making a lifestyle change. And that's why I give these challenges out every single week, to make sure that you guys are putting into practice what you learned, okay? These are important things here that we learn every time. We don't just come here to eat pizza and play around and things like that. We have something important to teach you, and we hope that you learn it, okay? So last month, we only had 31 here, which we were down for the summer. We had 3 newbies, and we had 19 people do the challenge, so that's pretty good. So, hopefully, we have more people do the challenge this coming up month. Do we have any reports from any of the subgroups? Thornville, we quit.
We didn't quit.
Yeah, we
I've been
did.
busy.
No,
I think
we did. We're just like, it wasn't doing much.
It's okay. It's all right. If you guys don't, you try.
That's
right. You tried.
I was in Florida.
But listen to you guys. I want you to notice something. How many excuses did we just throw out?
About 5.
Yeah. So let me just teach you a little something. I'm not getting on you, okay? All I'm saying is, if you guys really want to make a difference in your school, in your community, and in your lives, you're not going to make excuses for this. It's important, okay? We need to refocus, which that's what we're doing and focusing on over the next couple meetings, is we need to refocus and remember why we're here. Why are we here? Anybody?
To
Make a
learn.
change. To make a change how?
With ourselves.
Yeah, first.
Right. Okay, what are we trying to change?
Ourselves.
Why? What's the problem?
Bullying.
Yeah! Very good. See what I mean about we need to refocus?
I like those. I read those.
All right, yeah, my dad got those.
Those are cool.
They're really good. So a lot of times, for the people who have been coming here longer, you've learned that the reason why we teach life lessons here rather than always focusing on bullying is because life lessons are going to teach you how to not bully. Right here, do I ever bully? And a lot of people who started coming here came here at the beginning because they felt like they were being bullied, but then when they came here, they realized they do just as much bullying as other people do. So this is kind of to wake you guys up a little bit, all right? Let you know what's important, what you can change about yourself so that you aren't guilty of that. And not only that, but that so you are protecting other people who might be getting bullied, who don't have the chance to come here. We have to stand up and be the unspoken voice, okay? The voice for people who won't stand up for themselves or can't stand up for themselves, okay? Are you guys committed to doing that?
Yes.
All right, we'll find out. So, our lesson this week is called Surprise. And so some of you guys have been wondering why I have these beautiful presents.
For me. I thought it was your birthday.
You thought it was my birthday?
I know this. I was confused. Why do you think
No, this is, I need a volunteer.
Oh.
Look at those hands. Jaylee, come on and pick a present. I would like for you to open that present.
Now?
See the
Save the wrapping paper. Yeah, the wrapping paper is so cool.
I want it.
Destroy the wrapping paper.
Don't listen to him.
Destroy.
Okay.
Stop giving your options.
You are the awful. Lieutenant, reuse that.
Okay.
Oh, I love shoeboxes.
Awesome.
But there's another box in there. The funny thing about it is every 100 boxes.
Are those Skechers? We got Skechers.
They're not really.
My grandma used to do the same trick to me. I
Open
forget.
it up. Everybody wants to see what you got. Oh, it's a Rise Above Fries pack.
Wait, what is it? Oh, neat.
Okay. Okay. You got t-shirts, bracelets, and stuff. Okay. Let's see. It's yours. You can keep it. I want to ask you though, why did you choose that present?
Camo.
Okay. Do you like the way it looks?
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad's a hunter, so.
Okay. I need another volunteer. Corey. Choose a gift. Choose wisely.
Pick a big one. Don't make a shiny. Don't make a shiny.
Don't make a shame.
No.
Don't.
Jerry, pick a shiny.
Go big, go big, go big.
Oh, she's saving it. I like you.
I thought camo.
It's gonna be empty. That's a box for us.
I love box.
Box of cool.
Be more careful.
She likes the wrapping
Not
paper.
gonna use the paper, so you just rip it. I can't see it how
She
she
likes the
likes
paper.
There you go.
And the mystery is about to be revealed. It is
Nothing.
a box of candy. Alright, who's your gift?
Give me this
One more.
I want one. Make it a boy at least.
How about David?
He's not here. He's not here a lot.
That's why I picked him. Maybe he'll come back once in a while. Okay. Open your gift.
Yeah, I did.
Looks heavy. Where's the
The Lincoln Log.
David, I want that.
Steal my candy. Okay, there will be no stealing here. If she chooses to share, okay. of a good surprise? Caleb, that's right. Huh?
That's right.
Well, who has another?
It sounds cheesy, but having somebody there for you.
That's a good surprise.
Pay attention.
What else? When Ryan takes you shopping. Yeah, good surprise.
The ultimate surprise was my 18th birthday party. The biggest surprise party I ever had.
That was me.
And you really? All right. That's awesome. And one more? A digital camera. Okay, how about some bad surprises?
I don't.
A dad. What else?
Don't look at us.
Someone that's getting, someone what? Someone that's getting bullied. What else? Bad surprises.
Finding out your vehicle needs $130 worth of work and you don't have money.
That's a bad surprise. Absolutely, yeah. Okay. Some surprises are good and some are not so good, right? So, like, I bet you when David first opened the can of soup, he was thinking, man, why did I get this surprise? You know? That wasn't a very good surprise until he looked on the bottom. I saw a little bit extra something there, okay? How about I give you a good surprise? Fireworks. You guys like fireworks? Yeah! What about the ones that blow up in the air and they change colors as they're coming down? And so every time they change colors, like, oh, it's purple, oh, it's green, oh, look, it's red. Okay? There's like a little surprise inside of the surprise every time. Okay? What is the best surprise you've ever had? That doesn't count.
Surprise me.
Finding out your exam. Alright. Yes.
Finding out that my sister thought she was pregnant and she wasn't.
Oh, all right.
Because she's only like 20.
So that was a good surprise.
Yeah. for
Okay.
that situation.
I get that.
Yeah.
Please.
I have two.
God.
Okay.
One to my little sister, and two to my sister's third child.
Okay.
What about the first two?
So what is the worst surprise you ever had?
My sister's first child.
When I became 18, I had to pay my own bills.
That's not a surprise. You knew that was coming.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, but it's not a surprise. Right?
Less than a week after we found out my sister was pregnant, she had miscarriage.
Oh, yeah, that's a terrible surprise. Yeah. Anything else? Please?
The deer.
Oh, you hit a deer, yeah. No, a deer hit him. Yeah, I know. That happened to me too. That happened to me too. Yeah, that's a bad surprise. Damien.
Finding out a year and a half later his mom had cancer, you didn't even know about it.
Yeah, that's a.
I'll get out.
Yeah, let me tell you guys about my bad surprise. In 8 days, I will be celebrating the first year anniversary of my daughter's death. And that was a horrible surprise. It was a surprise. All day long. We went and did fun things. Lauren was out with her boyfriend. Me and the rest of the family, we went out on the lake. We went to the parade. We had a great time. We came home, we were exhausted. We were like, oh, yeah, we can't even go see the fireworks. We're so tired. We went to bed. We heard on our door. And they would not go away. And I was like, what the heck? We're in bed. Ben went downstairs. There was somebody at our door that said, you need to call the hospital. You need to go to the hospital right now. Lauren's in the hospital. She's got tubes sticking out of her. That's all they would tell us. They gave us a phone number and said, call this number. So he came upstairs. Lauren's in the hospital. We need to go. And he almost left Kyla. She was asleep in bed, and I was like, well, I need to get Kyla. He's like, oh yeah, okay. So we got her. We're on the way there. I tried not to panic because Brittany had been in a car wreck before, and I overreacted. So I was like, all right, it's gonna be all right. You know, calm. And never thought in a million years, never. We got there. We walked in. My daughter's been in her car. I said, oh yes, come sit in this little room. They sat us in a little room. And we sat there the whole time waiting for somebody to come tell us how she was. And people kept coming in and out and asking us how we were. And we're like, I want to see my daughter. What do you mean, how am I? Oh, well, you need to talk to the doctor first. You need to talk to the doctor first. Every person that came in that room told me that. Finally, the last person went out and Ben said, did you see his name tag? And I said, no. It said chaplain. I'm like, so? Well, he was putting 2 and 2 together and I wasn't. And then I started looking around and there was this pamphlet on the wall, this thing that held a whole bunch of different pamphlets, and it said, what to do when you lose a loved one and all this stuff. And I looked at him and I said, this is the death room. And he was like, yeah, and I still didn't get it. And the doctor came in and they asked who I was and I told them who I was, and then they told me the news that Lauren had been in an accident and that she didn't survive. And I just started screaming over and over again, no, 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 screaming at the top of my lungs, no, no, no. And let me tell you, you've never had a surprise until you've had a surprise like that. That is something I wish on nobody. But my life changed in an instant. Her life changed in an instant. All because of one little surprise. Okay? Now that I have your attention, I want to tell you the reason why we're learning about surprises tonight. Okay? We are almost to the beginning of a new school year. Some of you will be going to a new school. Some of you will be making new friends. Some of you will be getting in new classes. You'll be getting to know different people than what you knew last year. Okay? So each person that we get to know is a surprise. How many of you guys came to Rise Above and you're like, I don't know about this place? Yeah. And how many of you guys decided, I'll come back and give it another shot? And then you came back and gave it another shot. And the more times you came, the more you're like, it's a pretty good surprise. I liked it. Okay? How many of you guys have heard people say bad things about Rise Above, and you know they're wrong, and they just need to come to experience for themselves? Okay? It's a surprise. Rise Above is a surprise. When we first started, I got on Facebook and I didn't tell anybody anything that it was about. I got on Facebook and I said, anybody that wants to make a difference, come to my house at this time. Excuse me. Are you like seriously drinking a beer in here? Dude, these are kids. I need to ask you to get rid of the beer. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, these are kids. We don't drink beer up in here. Sorry.
Wow.
You know, you can kind of pull your pants up too. That might be a good idea. You have to let him back in. We do welcome everyone here. You can come back in. I don't think we got a chance to meet you. You can come in. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm sorry. You can't smoke in here either, though. Okay? Okay. Thank you. I like your tattoos, by the way. They're pretty awesome. Oh. What's your name?
Horatio.
What? Horatio. Oh, Horatio. Well, we are glad to have you, Horatio. Welcome. Do you ever get bullied?
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
That's awesome.
Once in a while.
Once in a while? Okay. So what brought you here tonight?
I don't know, I was just cruising the internet and I ran across your website. Sounds kind of interesting. Plus, I might meet some cute girls or something.
You need some cute girls? We have a lot of cute girls. Okay. Well, we're glad you decided to grace us with your presence. Okay, so. Back to the lesson. Surprises. We are going to get to know. Oh, this means be quiet, okay?
Oh,
I'm sorry. I need to have everyone's attention. So. Okay. Anyway, the idea of surprises with the new school year coming up. Okay. Some of you might get a surprise that you don't like this summer or this school year. Some of you might have some good surprises. Some of you might not even make it through. And I hate to even think about that, but I never thought about Lauren either. And I know that if she were here right now, she would want you to listen up to what I'm trying to tell you today, okay? Give people a chance. You might make snap decisions based on how someone looks or how you think that they've treated someone else in the past or even something that you think they said about you, okay? Lauren, I don't know, how many of you guys were here when Lauren's boyfriend Cody gave his testimony, okay? Some of you. Lauren had a boyfriend named Cody, and he came and he told us his story about how he and Lauren had met based on things that other people had said about them to each other, and they didn't like it. And so rather than fighting back and forth, well, she said, you said this, you know, when they didn't even know each other, Cody called Lauren up and said, hey, I heard all this stuff about you, is it true? And Lauren's like, no, it's not true. I heard all this stuff about you, is it true? And he's like, no. And they ended up becoming very, very close, and she loved him for a very long time. So his story was about giving someone a chance, because if he had not picked up the phone and checked out those rumors for himself, he would have never got the chance to meet Lauren. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get across to you guys. Don't make snap decisions on people, all right? You need to give everyone a chance. Sometimes when the newbies come, I don't really get a chance to get to know them until they've been here a few times. And sometimes I'm really dumb and I forget names, okay? But that doesn't mean that I don't remember that I've seen your face here once or twice. It doesn't mean that I don't want to get to know you better, okay? And I want you guys to want that for each other as well. Don't just come here and sit with the same 3 people and make jokes the entire time, okay? It's real important that when you come here, we need to make Rise Above a place where everyone feels welcome. A place where we get to know each other. Did you guys notice how much trouble that Jaylene had pulling off some of this wrapping paper? Okay, I did that on purpose. You want to know why? Because sometimes people, certain people, are harder to get the wrapping off. Okay? Sometimes you have to be friends with somebody for a long time before they finally let you see the real them. Okay? Sometimes it seems like they're never going to let you take a piece of wrapping off. Okay? But if you stick with them and you hang in there and get to know the person underneath, only then will you get the chance at what's actually in the package. Okay? The stuff on the inside that's worth worrying about. Because eventually, after we ripped off all the paper, you see what happened to the paper, right? Ain't nobody wants the paper. Okay? You want what's inside. And that's what I'm trying to get through to you tonight, is the fact that you guys spend so much time and money worrying about how you look and putting on your makeup and combing your hair just right and putting on that sexy shirt, you know, you got it all going on, okay? But you don't take time to work on what's in the inside. And what's going to happen, if you get to know someone and they get to know the person behind what they see? Are they going to want to keep what's in the box? Or are they going to want to toss it aside like the paper? That's up to you. Okay? Now, how many of you guys have been surprised by someone that you thought was really lame, but they turned out to be really awesome? And you turned out to be friends? Okay. Oh, thank you, Ben. He's pointing at me. It's okay. How many of you have had the opposite? You thought somebody was really awesome and they were really lame? Okay. So that is why it's important to what? Get to know somebody. Get to know somebody, right? Even if you're not quite sure of the wrapping, even if you're not quite sure, you think you know them, give them another chance. Every person in this room deserves another chance. Even if they hurt you before, they deserve another chance. Because you don't know how much someone might have grown up over the summer. You don't know how much a life experience could have changed them. I'll tell you right now, I'm a way different person today than I was a year ago. Okay? Way different. So you don't know what's happened in somebody's life. If someone just came, like Horatio here, just came today, and he had no idea that I lost my daughter, okay? So he would not have any idea, but he wouldn't know unless he comes back and gets to hear my story, and gets to see, as we peel away the layers of our wrapping paper, okay? That's what this place is for. We get a chance to know each other a little bit better.
Just say.
You don't understand what I'm saying?
No.
Would you like to peel
What
away
does
some?
paper have to do with it?
The wrapping paper is like your outer appearance.
Oh.
So you have a certain look about you. I have a certain look about me.
Yeah,
But we don't.
cute.
Thank you. But we don't know each other, right? If we knew what was on the inside, I may like you, I may not like you, but I need to give you a chance rather than judge you based on your appearance.
What's wrong with my parents?
Nothing's wrong with your appearance.
Pretty handsome guy.
You're a very handsome guy. Yes, you are. Okay, so
What's your left on that, dude?
all right, there'll be no fighting in Riceboro. I would like to say,
Beat him outside.
Can I have your number?
huh?
Can I have your number?
Can you have my number?
Can I have your number?
No, you can't have my number.
Your number.
Oh, no, you can't have my number. I'm married. That man right back there is my husband.
What were you doing?
Oh, that was guy.
Oh my gosh, I just saw the back of your hat. You need to like, take that hat off or something.
Take it off.
That's bad. That's bad. I'm sorry. I don't know where you got a hat like that. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. So I want to tell you guys, in my experience, I will share what Ben is talking about, how I was a surprise to him. And he was a surprise to me, actually, when we got to know each other. Actually, how many of you guys would believe that I tend to scare people right off the bat? A lot of people think I'm scary.
All women are crazy.
They think I'm boisterous and that I am too forward, and which that may be true off the first impression that I give. But I'm really not that bad, and I really don't hurt anybody. And I scared Ben for a long time, and I really liked him, but he was afraid of me, and he wouldn't even talk to me. I went to church, and he wouldn't even like sit by me. He wouldn't talk to me. What are you guys talking about?
She's
scared.
She's scared.
Why?
Yeah.
You're scared of him? I won't let anyone hurt you. I promise.
Come here, Kaylee.
She's
Come
crying.
here, baby girl. We have another surprise for you. Horatio, would you like to share your surprise?
Sure.
It's all a joke, sweetheart.
Oh, first, you know me?
Horatio is really great, one of our group leaders, so. But anyways, Horatio. Good. All right. He wasn't sorry, that kind of backfired. That kind of didn't go as planned. But anyway, the point that we're trying to make here. The point that we're trying to make here with all this, and Rick is going to come up and tell us a little bit about the point that he wants to make too. The fact that the way that you guys present yourselves has a lot to do with how people perceive you and whether or not they want to give you the chance. Okay, we talked about being a surprise. How many of you guys would have really given him the chance to become his friend? Not too many. Not too many, okay? But this is the point exactly. When you guys get on Facebook and you talk like the devil with the F word here, there, and everywhere, and you act like you're throwing your weight around, and you post pictures of you in a skin-tight bikini and you want to let it all hang out, you know, all those kind of things. Listen to me, guys. All those kind of things affect how people perceive you. Whether it's true or not, we thought he was a scary dude.
Yeah,
Okay?
definitely.
Whether it's true say on this? Come on up, Rick, give us your thoughts.
Okay, first off, how many things did you see wrong about me when I came in here? Nothing.
He was drinking a beer.
His hat had something bad on it.
Your pants were
Yeah.
Your pants were like
Your tattoos does
your piercings. I'll see
Yeah.
how you have a
The
job.
hair.
Okay, now, did you hire me if you was an employer?
No. Unless you have a tattoo shop.
Okay, that's my point exactly.
Be a biker.
That's why I was doing this, because I get on the internet and I see these things on here. And I see these beautiful young ladies on here start cussing and using the F word and effing. Your head is and all kinds of nasty things like that. And I said, how can something like that, and I was like, turn them out. And you know, employers now are going in there and they're requesting your ID for your social ID, so they can go in there and they can read up on you, and they can see what's on there. And they read this stuff and they say, no, I'm not interested in this person. You can even lose your job over it. I see a lot of posts like that, and then they're really upset. Of course, I see some very good posts on there too. I've seen posts on there just recently, and I actually got back on there and emailed back. I said, I really like your post because it's saying, I love my mother.
Amen.
Folks, your parents have done everything they can to raise you. Parents, step-parents, I don't care which it is, they love you and they're doing everything they can to care for you. And when you come in there, and actually, I just had this happen to me the other day. I had an adopted son who's 32 years old. He told his mother the other day, she wasn't his mother. She just a woman who raised him. Think that didn't cut me inside? Cut me deep. You know, they might not be your natural parents. But that doesn't mean they don't love you. They're not doing the best they can to raise you. So, please, please, clean up your websites a little bit. Put down everybody. People will sit there and they'll do everything they can to push your buttons. They'll say things to you. I saw your boyfriend out with so-and-so last night. Don't go asking somebody else. Go to your boyfriend and say, hey, did I see you out? Was you out with so-and-so? And why? Or just let it go. Because it could be innocent. If you really love each other, it shouldn't be a big deal. I have female friends. I'm happily married. Love my wife. We've been married for, not that long the second time. We got divorced. Well, you know the night the Ohio State won the national championship here in Miami? We got remarried the day after that. We were divorced for a while because of personal reasons. But we got back together. Now, see the one thing, because we knew somebody wanted us to be together. But that's what I want to say. Be respectful when you're on the internet because it can get you in trouble. And I don't want to see more posts on there about how much I hate my mother or how much I hate my father or my stepfather or stepmother. Don't do that. If they treat you bad, then you might have a reason to not like them. Seek counseling. Don't be putting people down on the internet because employers see this, they're not going to like it either. They don't want positive people.
I have something to say too on that regard. Think about it from my point of view. If you guys want to go and say something bad about your mom or your dad or whatever, stop and think. If that would have been the last post that Lauren ever made, don't you think that that would really hurt me? Because she would never have a chance to go back and fix it or say that she was sorry, and that would be the last memory that I had of her. So stop and think about it that way. Be careful what you post. He's right. We went through a lot of trouble tonight to try to teach you guys the value of the things that we're saying. So I hope that you get what we're trying to say. There's a lot of monkey business going on and stuff, but hopefully it helps you to understand where we're trying to go with this. So, now, another thing that I talked about, Rise Above being a surprise. How many of you guys have been involved in like our fundraisers and our parades, and you have a t-shirt, and you have a bracelet, and all that good stuff? Okay, so you can walk the walk, or you can talk the talk and wear your little shirt and bracelet and come here every week, and if you don't make a change on the inside, then all that is wrapping, guys. All that is purple wrapping paper. Okay? Eventually, the t-shirt's going to wear out. Eventually, the bracelet's going to break. And all that's left is what's really on the inside. And that is whether or not you made a change during the time that you were here. Whether or not you decided to treat people with kindness a little bit more when you're done coming here than you did before you came. That's what I'm trying to get into your minds. Okay? Let me just share a couple of things. I have wise words from others about this subject. The Dalai Lama says, love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. Buddha, all the beautiful, Buddha. However many holy words you read, however many you speak, what good will they do you if you do not act upon them? The Bible. I may be able to speak in the languages of human beings and even of angels, but if I have no love, my speech is no more than a noisy gong or a clanging bell. I may have the gift of inspired preaching. I may have all knowledge and understand all secrets. I may have all faith needed to move mountains, but if I have no love, I am nothing. I may give away everything I have and even give up my body to be burned, but if I have no love, this does me no good. And then James Russell Lowell says, all the beautiful sentiments in the world weigh less than a single lovely action. Okay? So we're not about t-shirts and bracelets here. Although those things are fun and nice, and they help to define what we stand for, the thing that we really stand for is what's on the inside. I want when people see you in your school, and they meet you, even if you're not wearing a bracelet, I want them to be like, that's got to be a Rise Abover. That person stood up for someone else who needed it. That person was kind to me today. That person sat at lunch with someone who didn't have a friend. Okay? I want that to be the kind of people that we resolve to be. It's a choice, people. It's a choice. Every single day you get up, you make a choice. You make lots of choices. Okay? I make the choice whether or not I'm going to get out of bed some days. Because there are days that I'm so sad that I really don't feel like going to work. And then some days I make it to work and I have to make the choice whether or not I'm going to stay at work or whether I'm going to hide under a desk and cry the rest of the day. Okay? Everything is a choice. But I especially like on the days when I get up and I decide, you know what? I'm not going to cry about what I don't have. I'm going to go out there and celebrate what I do have. Okay? I have breath in my body. I have a smile on my face. I have a job. I have a husband that loves me. I have friends. I have Rise Above. I have all these kids who come here to learn from me every single week. And most of all, I have my relationship with God. And that means so much to me. Okay? So even if you can only think of one thing that you have, that's enough to smile for. And I want you guys to make that conscious choice to decide to be a better person because you've come here. Learn what we're trying to teach you. Keep it in your mind. Keep it in your heart. Okay? Because in essence, no matter how pretty the package, if there's no substantial action behind it, it does us no good. Rise Above doesn't stand for anything if we walk out these doors and act just as bad as everybody else. Okay? We need to be the ones not only changing ourselves, but changing everyone around us because of what they see in us. Standing up for people. That's a huge thing. As long as we've had this going, it's been almost a year now, I have heard of one Rise Abover standing up for someone. We should have more than that, guys. You guys should not be afraid at this point at Rise Above. How many of you guys have been here for months and months and months? You should not still be hanging back in the crowd when you see somebody getting bullied. You should be the first one to stand up and be like, no, it's not cool, man. Seriously. It's not cool. All it takes is one person. And so many of you go to the same school even, that if one person would have the guts to stand forward, then probably 3 or 4 more would come right up and say, you know what, she's right. It's not cool. Don't even go there. You don't need to do this. Okay? It just takes that one person, one voice. How many of you guys were here for the one voice lesson? Any of you? Yeah, one voice is all it takes. Because if I start singing a song, y'all are going to listen. Even if you're all talking, for the one voice thing, okay, I'll recap it real fast. For the one voice, I came in, everybody was talking the same thing. You know how loud it is in the beginning. I came in and just started singing a song. And within the first few bars of that song, everybody shut up. And they listened to my voice. Okay? Why? Because I was not screaming and yelling and laughing and carrying on like everyone else. I did something different. Okay? I sang. Now, this is what I'm talking about. You guys go into your school and you act different. That's going to be like singing right in the middle of all the noise. Okay? Your life is going to be something beautiful for people to watch. But you have to make that choice. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, good. So, let's make sure that the actions back up what we advertise and not be a surprise, not be a bad surprise. Let's not be, you know, the people that we talk one way and then we finally get somebody to come to Rise Above and then they come and they're just like, yeah, you know what, they're just a bunch of fakes. You know, we need, seriously, we need to have the substantial actions to back these things up. Let's make an effort to become a pleasant surprise when others get to know us. How do we do this? Does anybody have any ideas? What can we do that would make us a good surprise rather than a bad one? Katie?
Stay real.
Stay real. Oh, come on, you guys don't have any more ideas than that. I'm going to write them down. Katie, I know you love me, honey. So that would be honesty. How about integrity? You guys know what integrity means?
Yes.
That means doing the right thing at all times. What else?
Loyalty.
Loyalty. What else?
Trustworthy.
Trustworthy.
Respect.
How about kindness? Everybody can do something kind, right? What else? Yes? Respect. Ooh, I like that. That's my favorite one. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Respect. What else? Oh, let's see. How about encouraging others? You know, making someone else feel better about themselves? Yeah.
Maturity.
Maturity. What does she mean by maturity, guys? What? I'm sorry, I wasn't turning all the way around. What does she mean by maturity? Chris?
Sometimes people don't always act their age, they act younger than they really are.
Right? Corey?
Understand people. Be able to
Okay, I like what you said before that. What did you say before that? Taking action, or taking responsibility for your actions. That is what maturity is. Being able to let things go. That requires a degree of maturity, right? Not always being the one to snap back, Jamie.
I have a new word, courage.
Courage. Courage, how?
Like some people are in a group and they're afraid because there's like a leader and they're afraid to step up and have an idea of what to do.
Or courage, what I just talked about, right? Standing up for someone that's been bullied. Yes, Amanda. What? Confidence. Confidence, I think, goes along with courage. Okay, Chris?
Faithfulness.
Faithfulness. Rachel?
all of those will make someone want to be your friend, but really you have to be open yourself to being friends with someone. You can't be closed-minded and closed off from other people.
Open-minded? Because yeah, what if you get to know somebody and they're different than you? Oh my gosh, someone's different than me? I better not be friends with them. No. That's how you expand your horizons, people. The more people you get to know, and anybody that knows me knows this about me. The more colorful you are, the more I like you. Okay? People with tattoos, piercings, do not scare me a bit. Because I like to hear people's stories. I like to find out how people are different than me. Okay? There's great things to be said about being different. God didn't make us all the same. That'd be really boring. We're all different for a reason. It's more fun. The more flavors you have of ice cream, isn't it more fun at a party, right? Yeah. Everybody gets a little something what they want. Okay? The more personalities that you allow yourself to be exposed to and you allow yourself to be friends with, the better it is for you. All right? It's going to enrich your life experience. Yes, Caitlin?
I wondered if this is like an example or something, but like after I got molested and stuff, it's like every single person that looked like him, like I just figured they were just like him, so I just like backed myself down from that. Like I can't even go to my friend's house anymore because her dad looks like him.
And that's understandable, and you need to go to your counselor to work through that because you're not going to be able to just turn off your, perception of anybody. You need to know what is a safe person to be friends with and what isn't. So, yes. Caring. Because guess what? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. If you don't care about what somebody is saying, they're going to know in about 2 seconds and they're going to not want to be your friend because you're just looking right past them and not even listening to what they have to say. Yes, Caleb?
Friendship.
Friendship. All these, I think, go along with friendship. How about giving gifts? A friend of mine gave me a gift tonight, and that made me happy. Some people, that is how they show love to someone else. They like to give gifts, okay? How about forgiveness? That's a good one.
But you can only forgive somebody so many times.
No, you can forgive somebody as many times as it takes, honey. It gets harder if they keep hurting you, and you don't have to keep letting them hurt you, but you do have to keep forgiving. Because you know why? If you don't forgive, who does it hurt?
Yourself.
That's you. Forgiveness does not make the other person right. It sets you free. Okay? If Rick came up here and got me in a headlock and broke my arm, okay? And I decided I was going to hold a grudge against him for the rest of my life. Do you really think he'd go out of here and in 2 weeks he'd even give a crap about whether or not he broke my arm? He would not even be thinking about it. And I'd be sitting here stewing at home like, oh my gosh, I can't believe him. And I'm the one being miserable, not him. Okay, so that's what forgiveness does. That's a huge one. What else?
Well, 2 things. One, the gift giving, do it from the heart and not to buy their love.
Yes, definitely.
And the other, say politeness.
Politeness, yes, that's what I didn't think of. It's always right to be polite.
What about morals?
Morals? I have another one that you guys didn't think of. How about compassion? What's compassion? Anybody know? Compassion. Sometimes you guys wonder why you go through things and you think, oh my gosh, my life just so sucks. I can't believe I'm going through this and that and this and that. Trust me, I feel that way a lot. Okay? A lot of things have happened to me. But every single time something bad happens to me and I go through it and I get stronger because of it, I have compassion to people who are going through something like that at a later time. Okay? If I went through divorce, actually I've been through 2 divorces. It's not fun, okay? But I got through it. Now my girlfriend is going through divorce. I'm there to support her. I know how she feels. I feel compassion for her. I'm able to help her by being a friend, by listening and understanding, okay? So every time you're going through something and you think it's so horrible, stop and think about the people that you might be able to help in the future because you're becoming stronger. Don't worry about the pop, it's fine. I'll bring it up later. Okay? Anything else you guys want to add to this list?
Patience.
Patience. Definitely. Patience is a virtue. Something that a lot of us don't have very much of. Sympathy, yeah, that goes along with compassion. And being able to understand. Empathy. How about not judging? Oh, good one.
Not judging and being able to understand.
Right. Okay. So now we have quite the list here of things that are good things for us to focus on. How many of you guys want to make sure that these are the things in your package? These are the things that you want to be your surprise to people, okay? It is up to you to do. Here's our last newbie. Hello. It's about time you missed it. Come on up here so we can meet you. Yeah? What's your name? Quincy. And what grade are you in, Quincy? Ninth grade. Where do you go to school? Okay, are you single? Here you go. Thanks for coming. Okay, so one last thing that I want to bring home before I give you your challenge, okay? Now, all of these things encompass the big word that I was talking about earlier. When I read the Bible verse and the thing from Buddha and all that. What word is it? Love. Right. Okay? Now, love, just so you know, the love we're talking about here is not a feeling. It's not, oh, I love my boyfriend, he's so cute, I just love him so much. It's not a feeling. Okay? Love is a commitment to do what's best for someone else. Okay? How do I know this? Because I love my children, but I don't always make them happy. There are a lot of times that Brittany makes me angry and I don't do what she wants me to do because I love her, because I know what's best for her. I'm committed to doing what's best for her rather than just doing what she wants, okay? Love is doing what's best for someone else. That's how I know, well, hi Chelsea, nice to see you. That's how I know that God loves me, because he does what's best for me. May not always be what I like, trust me. On July 4th last year, I was not liking his love for me. Okay, I was not liking the fact that my daughter had to die so that this group could come together. Okay, but I see it now. And I see that this is what was best for me. Okay, and I think it's what's best for you guys if you want to be here. All right, so take that to heart. Anybody else have anything to add before I give the challenge?
I have an example.
Okay.
I used to wear black a lot, and I used to cover up my arms because I get cold easy. And so people called me emo just because I was hiding my wrist. And I'm not. I'm a very colorful girl. I just felt wearing black because the sun, it absorbs the heat.
Okay. How many of you guys have been misjudged like that before? Lauren wants to. It's stereotyping, right? So, we can't control when someone else stereotypes us, other than reaching out to get to know that person. If you happen to know that that person was calling you emo, you know what I would do? I would be like right up in their grill trying to be friends with them, just to show them you're not. You know, sit by them at lunch, pull up your sleeves and be like, hey, what's for lunch today? You know, I mean, just get in there and be friendly with them, okay? But you can control whether or not you stereotype someone else. Okay? Don't be guilty. I have to tell you guys a little story before we stop. You get a kick out of this. Not yet. About stereotyping. I started jogging out. There's a bike path behind where I work. And I decided, since I never have time to exercise when I'm at home, I was going to exercise on my lunch hour. So, you know, I go downstairs, get my jog clothes on, you know, go jog. Well, I'm totally out of shape, okay? So I didn't get very far, but every day that I went, I got a little bit farther, a little bit farther, a little bit farther, until next thing you know, I made it all the way to the park, which is like way far away, before I had to turn around. The first day that I made it all the way to the park, I turned around, and I started running back, and I seen this guy, black guy, about 18 to 20 years old, on a bicycle, okay? And he comes out of the bushes on his bicycle in front of me. And I was like, okay. I'm stereotyping in my mind. I'm thinking, I don't know about this guy. But then I caught myself doing it, and I said, I am not going to stereotype it. He's probably just meeting somebody up there. He's probably totally fine. I ain't even going to worry about it. Okay? So he goes on about his bike, and I'm just jogging along. Next thing you know, he's behind me. And I looked around like, oh crap. Okay? I'm still not going to stereotype. I could be wrong. I don't want to be guilty of being prejudiced. I don't have any prejudice in me, okay? But still, my mind was thinking in those ways, all right? I'm still stereotyping this guy. So then I thought, I'll just keep running, and when I get to the trees, I just won't stop running. I won't stop and come up for breath, but when I'm around where the people are and stuff, I can run a little bit slower, catch my breath, and then, you know, if it really does mean me some harm, then I can take off and book it, right? So I go, every time I turn around, he's sitting on his bike looking at me. Not riding, sitting on his bike looking at me, okay? Now, although I was trying my best not to stereotype this guy, he was stalking me, okay? Turned out I ended up calling Ben. I was like, oh my gosh, if anything happens to me, call 911. Because I texted and I ran all the way back, and I was about to pass out by the time I got back, and I was really, really scared, okay? But the point is that I noticed myself stereotyping this guy before he even did anything. Just the very fact that he came out on a bicycle from the bushes scared me.
Yeah,
okay?
Scared me too.
So all I'm trying to say is be careful when you look at other people that you don't take the way that they look and think that you know how they are. Because I could have been wrong about that guy. He could have just been sitting around doing nothing. I mean, I almost stopped and said, dude, you're freaking me out. You know, what's up? But then I thought, no, then he'll really kill me, so. Alright? So the point is, please don't be guilty of stereotyping, okay? I know that you guys don't like when people do it to you, so don't do it to others.
And just jog in the parking lot.
I don't jog anymore. I jog indoors these days. So anyway, next week's challenge. You guys up for the challenge?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I want to remind you, the anniversary of Lauren's death is in 8 days. It's on the 4th of July. When others will be celebrating, we will be grieving. We will be remembering her life, everything that she stood for. Actually, we'll be remembering every single thing that we did that day. We'll be taking every step again in our minds and reliving the whole thing, and it's going to be terrible, okay? But in remembrance of that, please, if you can do this on the 4th, it would be great. If not, you've got the whole month, but I really would like everyone to make a concentrated effort to do it on the 4th, if you can, all right? Your challenge is to surprise someone with a kind deed or an act that they are not expecting. It can be baking a cake for a friend's family, bring flowers to an elderly neighbor, take out the garbage for your parents without being told, write a letter of thankfulness to a military person or a pastor thanking them for their service, play a game or read a book to a young child who wants your attention, buy a big bag of candy and leave some on your neighbor's doorsteps with a kind note. If you have a bully, do your best to surprise them with one of these ideas. Your surprise does not have to be big or involved. It just needs to be unexpected and out of the ordinary for you. Something that you would not typically do. Okay? Try to do it on the 4th. You guys think you can do that? It's easy, right?
Yeah.
Easy. You pick. It's like rise above your choice. Okay? Any of these things. An unexpected act of kindness. Alright, now, on to the quick announcements that we have here. Alright? Baby shower for Brittany, July 28th, 2 o'clock, here. Everybody's invited. Okay? If you want to come, for those of you who don't know, Brittany is my daughter. She's expecting my second grandchild. It's a baby girl. She's doing this room in purple and black. That's all you need to know. Okay? Second of all, we are still looking for ideas for the start of the school year. If you guys have a good idea on what we should do. Last year we came up with little care packages of candy with our slogan on them, and we made those up for the entire school. This year I was kind of thinking maybe we'd get some purple pencils printed up and give those out. What do you guys think of that? Or if you come up with a better idea, something we can make or something like that, let me know, okay? I'm open for ideas. Post them on the Rise Above page. Our next meeting is going to be July 31st, okay? Last Tuesday of the month. You will notice there is a box back there. And there is probably some paper and a couple pens. Here, we need to bring some more pens back there. Here's some paper too. What we're going to be doing at our next meeting is we're going to have a roundtable discussion. How many of you guys have been here when we've done that? Roundtable. Okay? It's really fun. And we actually have a lot of things that get covered during the roundtable. So what I want you to do is somebody give me a good suggestion that maybe some people during the roundtable don't like to speak up because they're introverted. They don't want to say things out loud. So if that's you, please take a minute tonight to write down what your issue is, what you think we need to discuss, and put it in the suggestion box. Okay? There are pens and everything back there. You can just stop on your way out, but make sure you do that. If not, I'll expect you to show up here and be ready to talk. Okay? We go around the circle and we talk about the things that we need to deal with as far as bullying goes. All right?
I have 2 things to say.
Yes.
At work, we're not supposed to wear bracelets, but I like hide it from our big boss, but I never take this thing off at work. And second thing is, I had to bust my butt to get today off.
Innovation, people!
Woo, first of all, a paycheck.
5 hours after the time that I was scheduled to get off, so for the coworker that I made take my shift with.
We do appreciate it. I love each one of you guys, so it means a lot to me that you make an effort to come here. One last thing, well, 2 last things. Cookout and movie night. August, it's going to be a bullying movie. Cookout at my house and movie night, August 18th. Get it on your calendar. It's a potluck, which means I am not providing pizza, so if you want food, bring it. Okay? We will have some hot dogs and hamburgers and all that good stuff, but I need you guys to bring the baked beans and the salad and the fruit and the brownies and all that good stuff. Yes. August 18th. Saturday. Yes. Sorry, guys. Give way to your attention, please.
5 prep up chicken, can I get your grill?
You're going to really buy chicken for all these people.
Yeah. I have 4 jobs, so.
What are you doing?
I love chicken, so yes.
What time is yours?
I don't know. I haven't figured out a time. What do you guys think would be a good time? Because we want to be able to show the movie when it gets darker, so we want to do our cookout and stuff. 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock. 6. I'm going to make it at 4. Okay.
Nice time night.
What day?
You're going to call these
Guys, if you don't remember the date, it's fine. I'm going to put it on the Rise Above wall, okay? So you'll know. August 18th. Do you know what day is August 15th. What? 15th? I'm not even in. No, 15th is when school starts. That's what I heard. Yes. Okay, so, hold on. My last announcement is the fact that when school starts, beginning in September, not August, since we're having the cookout thing in August, we'll have our regular monthly meeting in August. But beginning in September, we're going to go to every other week. Alright? Because I'm starting to feel better now and getting things to where they need to be. We're not going to be going back to once a week. I just can't handle that. But every other week, I think is handled. So, as long as we keep showing up, I'll keep teaching you. Alright? Anybody else got anything that they need to share? Nope. Grace?
I forgot.
Oh, shame on you.
We have those moments, it's okay.
One main idea of me coming in here, be acting real rude, to show how bad it is when I interrupt or when you're speaking. But I'm still seeing a lot of that going on. And I'm real happy about that. 2, I see a lot of young ladies in here. Does anybody know how to get this junk off?
Nail polish remover.
Yeah, nail polish remover will.
I went overboard and now I got
Just grow it out. It may look good.
Yeah, I don't want to go to church next weekend.
That'd be a great drawing.
I couldn't go off my house before a big accident.
So make sure you guys, like I said, the suggestion box is back there for the round table. And also, please, 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 if you did not sign in or if you didn't write down when you did your challenge, please do that because that is where we keep track of everything. Okay? Thank you to Rachel for doing that spreadsheet for me. Okay? That's it. Love you guys. See you next time.